The bell above the cafe door chimed sharply. Once, twice, just the way it always did whenever he walked in. Richard Haldon. The name alone could make the air in the Maple and Steam Cafe turn thick with tension. He was a millionaire real estate tycoon, the kind of man who wore 10,000 watches and treated people like disposable napkins. The staff dreaded his visits. He snapped his fingers for service, mocked the barista's accent, and left tips so small they felt like insults. Yet no one ever said a word, because Richard owned the buildings. That morning, the cafe buzzed with quiet chatter until the door opened again, and Richard strode in. He dropped his keys on the counter with a metallic clink. "Black coffee. 2 sugars. You're 5 minutes late opening," he barked without even looking up. The usual waitress, Mia, froze for a moment, but before she could move, a new voice answered calmly, "Actually, sir, it's 800 sharp. You're early." The room went silent. Every eye turned toward the newcomer. It was Elena, the new waitress. She had joined just 3 days ago, soft-spoken, warm smile, always humming while she worked. No one expected her to last long after meeting him. Richard's brows shot up. "Excuse me." Elena didn't flinch. "You're early, sir. But I'll get your coffee right away." He smirked, leaning on the counter. "Do you know who I am?" She glanced up briefly, her tone steady. "I know you're a customer, and all customers deserve respect, but so do the people serving them." The cafe froze again. A spoon clattered somewhere in the back. Mia gasped softly. Richard let out a low, mocking laugh. "Bold. You'll regret that." Elena just smiled. "Maybe. But at least I'll regret it for the right reason." Over the next week, Richard kept coming back, almost every day now. But something had changed. Instead of shouting, he watched. He noticed how Elena treated everyone with genuine kindness. She'd refill cups before people asked, remember their stories, and even bring an extra cookie for the old man who always sat by the window. One morning, Richard arrived early again, but this time he didn't bark an order. He simply sat down and waited. When Elena brought his coffee, he murmured, "Thank you." It was quiet, almost awkward, but for the first time he meant it. A few days later, a cold rain poured over the town. The cafe was nearly empty when Richard came in, soaked to the bone. He looked different, tired, almost fragile. Elena noticed his hands shaking slightly as he fumbled for his wallet. She placed a hand gently on the counter. "It's on the house today. You look like you need a break more than a coffee." He stared at her, confused. "You don't even know me." "I don't need to," she said softly. "Kindness doesn't ask for background checks." Something broke inside him then, quietly, like glass cracking beneath velvet. He lowered his eyes. "My wife. She passed last month," he whispered. "Cancer." I haven't known what to do with myself. Elena didn't say anything. She just reached across the counter and placed a small paper cup in front of him. On it, she'd written with a marker weeks past. The cafe's atmosphere shifted entirely. The millionaire who once made everyone tremble now greeted the staff by names, helped the old man carry his tray, and tipped so generously it became a joke among regulars. He even started a fund for small local cafes to survive rising rents, naming it after his late wife, Margaret's Light. When asked what changed him, Richard always said, "A waitress reminded me that being served doesn't make you better than the one serving you." Months later, on a busy Saturday morning, Elena walked into work to find a bouquet of lilies waiting for her with a note attached. "Thank you for standing up, not against me, but for what's right. You didn't just serve coffee that day. You served humanity." Richard Haldon, Elena smiled, holding back tears. She placed the flowers in a vase by the window, where everyone could see them. And from that day on, whenever the door chimed, the cafe no longer filled with fear, but with warmth, laughter, and the quiet strength that kindness leaves behind.